Most people believe that to be rich, you need to earn a six-figure salary, $100,000 or more. But here's the truth, you don't need to earn more to be wealthy, you need to manage better. That's exactly what the top 1% do differently. Wealthy people follow systems. They give every dollar a purpose. And today, I'm sharing one of their simplest, yet most powerful secrets. The 15-65-20 rule. It's not flashy. It's not complicated. But it works. Whether you're earning $100, $1,000, or $10,000 a month, this rule helps you control your money instead of letting money control you. So if you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck, or you just want to learn how the wealthy actually think about money, you're in the right place. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and let's dive in. Section 1. What to do with 15% of your income. Alright, let's start with what might be the most important piece of this whole money system, the 15% rule. This is the part of your income you treat differently. You don't spend it on bills. You don't use it for groceries, rent, or even savings. This is your wealth-building money. Think of every dollar here as a tiny seed. You plant it today, water it consistently, and in time, it grows into something much bigger. You're not spending this money, you're putting it to work. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need to be rich to start. You don't need $10,000 or even $1,000. With just $10, you can buy shares of strong, reliable companies, ones that pay you dividends or grow in value over time. You can start investing in mutual funds or ETFs through beginner-friendly apps that do the heavy lifting for you. If your country offers it, you can put it into a retirement account, letting it grow tax-free or tax-deferred for decades. Or maybe you use it to build a small side hustle, selling digital products, freelancing, or offering a simple service. Something that doesn't just earn you money once, but over and over again. When I first started following this rule, my 15% came out to just $12 a month. I know, it doesn't sound like much. And to be honest, it wasn't. But that wasn't the point. I was training my brain. I was building the muscle. Because money habits matter more than money amounts in the beginning. And the habit of consistently setting aside part of your income to invest? That habit alone can change your entire future. Don't wait until you're rich to start investing. How and when you should invest. Now you might be wondering, when should I start investing? The honest answer? Yesterday. But since we can't turn back time, the next best time is, right now. And I get it, investing sounds intimidating. But let me break it down for you, into 3 super simple steps. Step 1. Automate it. Don't rely on memory or motivation. Set up an app or bank transfer that moves that 15% automatically the moment your income hits. Think of it like paying your future self first. You won't even miss it once it becomes routine. Step 2. Go small, stay consistent. Use platforms that let you invest weekly or monthly, even with small amounts. You don't need $500 upfront. I have a friend who started investing just $5 a week into ETFs, that's less than a cup of coffee. Fast forward 3 years later, she saved over $2,000, and she barely noticed the money leaving. That's the magic of consistency. Step 3. Focus long-term. The wealthy don't chase hype or the next big crypto trend. They play the long game. They let time and patience do the heavy lifting. So instead of trying to time the market, just stay in it. Keep planting those seeds, week after week, month after month, and let compound growth do the rest. Do not miss this. Hold up, don't skip this part. Because this, right here, is where most people go wrong. They hear about the 15% rule, they like the idea. But then they say, I'll invest or save whatever's left after bills and spending. Sounds reasonable, right? The problem is, by the time the bills, outings, impulse buys, and random expenses hit, there's nothing left. That's not how the 1% play the game. The wealthy don't leave their future up to chance. They pay their future self first. Before the rent, the groceries, the fun, they take that 15% off the top. And they invest it. Why this matters? Even if it feels tight, even if you're living on a tight budget, this habit builds discipline. It trains your brain to live on the remaining 85%. And over time, your spending adjusts. You get smarter. More intentional. You stop wasting money on things that don't matter. And that shift, the mindset shift, That's what separates those who stay broke from those who build wealth. So don't skip the 15% and tell yourself, I'll save later. Because later never comes. Start now. Pay yourself first. Build the habit. Section 2. What to do with 65% of your income. Alright, let's talk about the biggest chunk of your income, the 65%. This is your living money. It covers all the essentials. Rent or housing. Food. Transportation. Utilities. Phone, internet, and data. Basically, the things you need to survive and function. But here's the trick that separates smart money managers from the rest. 1. They spend far less than they earn. If your income is $1,000 a month, try budgeting like it's only $800. That gap? That's your breathing room, the space that keeps you from living paycheck to paycheck. It's not about suffering. It's about being strategic. 2. They track their spending. Yeah, I know, tracking expenses sounds boring. But trust me, the moment you actually see where your money is going, you'll start spotting the leaks. Fast. I'll give you a real example from my life. I used to buy lunch out every weekday. Nothing fancy. When I cut that out and started meal prepping, I saved enough to pay for 3 Netflix subscriptions or, better yet, to cover half of my 15% investment budget. Just from changing one habit. Make sure the 65% goes to your real needs, not just your temporary wants. Remember, your goal here isn't to deprive yourself. It's to stretch your money smartly, so you have enough to invest, save, and still live well. Mastering this 65% is how you create margin in your life, and margin creates freedom. Section 2. What to do with 20% of your income. Now let's talk about the final piece of the puzzle, the 20%. This is the fun and flexible part of your income. Think of it as your playground and your pressure release valve. It's where you find balance between living well today and still being smart about tomorrow. What can you do with this 20%? 1. Pay off high-interest debt, like credit cards or payday loans. Interest drains your money, so clearing debt is like getting an instant return. 2. Build an emergency fund, a small stash of cash for when life throws surprises at you. Medical bills, car repairs, job loss. 3. Save for short-term goals. Maybe you're planning a trip, buying a new phone, or upgrading your laptop. Use this 20% to save without touching your investments. Treat yourself, guilt-free. Yes, seriously. Buy that pair of shoes. Go out to eat. Enjoy a weekend getaway. Because a smart budget includes joy. This is where balance happens. All work, no fun? You burn out. But this 20%? It keeps you motivated, it keeps your financial life healthy, and it reminds you, you're in control. The key is using this portion intentionally, not just letting it disappear without purpose. So whether you're clearing debt, building safety nets, or just living a little, this 20% is your safety valve and your sanity saver. Use it wisely, and you'll enjoy life and still build wealth. If this helped you, like the video, subscribe, and share this with a friend who needs it.